Welcome everyone to another interesting video. We got here a package today. Actually, this is only one of two packages, but there were some future things, past things, but we are in the future now. Things going on, so yeah, let me actually fill you in what we are actually doing, which as usual you might actually already be familiar by looking at the title of the video. But anyways, so yeah, I'm expanding my solar battery storage again, and this is a package full of batteries, just like last time. Cue the flashback. Taking off. Ta-da! This is it. This is gonna be my salvation. And as you can see, none of these are soldered, so that's gonna be fun. Now we are back from the flashback, and all the people are probably shivering again that I'm gonna do something crazy with the batteries. But I think this time I'm actually going to do it more like common people do it. Yeah, or proper, whatever you want to call. But anyway, let me get my knife. Let's open the package. Very nice. We have our fabulous unboxing. The right side, actually. We will see. I think this is the bottom, most likely. Alright, it is actually the right side. I can't use my knife here because I'm gonna short out the batteries. Oh yeah, we should look at that. Alright, this is the second half of a motorcycle battery, actually. Get that out of here. Nobody wants that. There we go. Here you can see it, people. These are 200 cells of 21700 cells. Yep. These are bigger than the batteries I used in the previous battery, which were standard 18650 cells. These are way bigger. Not really way bigger, but they are a chunk bigger. You can see this is, I think, cast aluminum. Probably. Yes. Feels that way. But yeah, disassembling this is actually not easy at all. Trust me, I already disassembled the previous pack. That's why I said there was something going on in the past and we're in the future now. So we actually know how to do this. Because all of these cells are actually high current cells, and they're like glued in here, so they're cooled. Need to be aluminium. You can see it here. Glue is right here. That's where all these cells are cooled. And that's also why it has like heat ribs and it's like in metal and all of that. But yeah, this pack is a bit different because thankfully this pack doesn't have the PCB and all of that. I can put a picture of how the other batteries looked. But in hindsight, this is better because I like the clean surfaces of this. So yeah, we probably are going to get to disassembling this. There's not much to say otherwise. So yeah, let's go. there you got it. This thing lifts off here. So I'm actually surprised because the other battery pack was nothing like this to disassemble. This one is way easier than the other one. The other one was way more glued in. Also, most of these cells were actually glued in on the bottom, but this one isn't. You can see these batteries are just, they're new. So yeah, this actually goes into a segment which I actually am gonna do because I actually don't need so many batteries. I mean, maybe I do, but I can actually resell some of these. So if anyone is interested in some, like, look at this, these are new, in some new 21700 cells. These are Molicel Pit P42A, so these have a constant discharge of 40 amps. They're ideal for like what they were in, like this is from a motorbike, so you can make e-bike batteries or whatever with this. So I'm not gonna sell them too expensive because I got a really crazy deal on these, but yeah, I can buffer some of the money I spend on these out. If you want to get these, you can like contact me or something. It shouldn't be so hard to get a hold of me. Anyway, so yeah, now we just have to break free these batteries one after the other, like this. Some of these are like pretty stuck in here still. They're like barely glued. Barely. Like push on them a bit. There we go. They like remove like this. This is like the classic, like this blue glue. It's like, I think it's some kind of thermal glue. Anyway, we are gonna like probably do another time lapse of removing all of these. And yeah,
we're going to leave them in there actually.
Maybe because these are the ones we wanna like get out for selling. A screw fell on this one. As you can see here, it kinda made a few burn marks, but that's to be expected. You always short some sort of cell when you're working with batteries. It's inevitable. But yeah, it's a small price to pay. Alright people, here is our setup. As you can see, these are the batteries from the previous disassembly, and these were much more thoroughly glued in there. They actually have glue on the top as well, so that was quite a workout to disassemble. I'm actually kind of disappointed that the second pack was so easy to disassemble, and also not disappointed because obviously it was way easier. Disassembling these was a huge pain. Yeah, the soldering guns are back, all the soldering setup. The only improvement is this absolutely amazing soldering acid, basically, which now we don't even have to scrape the batteries. We just put the solder wire bit in there and it solders like a dream. Actually see it on this battery right here, which is like perfectly soldered on both sides. Yeah, I was thinking about spot welding these, but in the end I have like reverted to this because I'm already really experienced doing this, so there is no point in doing it in another way and failing, which we already did. So yeah, that's the thing. We are gonna make a system here. My brother is gonna solder the negative terminal with the bigger gun, and I'm gonna solder the positive end with the smaller gun here. And we are gonna put these plastic bits, which are they were on the bottom here.
No, they go on the top.
But we are gonna put them on the top.
Ah, yes.
Like this, because these cells don't have the heat shrink all the way to the top, which is a bit scary. So yeah, these are gonna go on top here, and then one layer of sticky tape around to keep it on there. Yeah, and that's the idea. That's the system we got here. And we use 7S. So we are just gonna make giant parallel packs of cells. So 30p is the idea. So we're gonna connect 3 of these and then make a long assembly in the end. and then we are gonna make just 7 in series and then make a bunch of jumpers across the long rows and we have it finished. That's the plan. So yeah, this is pretty much a meditation work where you just keep soldering and keep putting batteries together, and eventually you don't even notice it and you're finished. So yeah, glorious, awesome time lapses. It's time. Well, there we are. We have a semi-completed sandwich of batteries. Yeah, this time around, I said in the beginning it was gonna be a bit more proper, but in the end it came out way more janky. So this is the result. We have going on here currently 5S because this last row isn't connected yet. That's what we are gonna record a bit, because obviously the rest is super monotonous. That's why we didn't record it. You can also notice how we changed from like a hexagonal connection pattern to this simple crossover, which is a bit faster than the other thing. That was like a optimization we had to do. So yeah, wow, the battery is like quite big. It doesn't even like fit fully in the frame if you like don't go like super high. Holy crap. Yeah, it is a bit bigger than I expected, honestly, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, what are we gonna do? Well, it's gonna be this series connection, which I'm gonna like record here so you can at least see a bit how this is done. I got here the wire, which is gonna be stringed somewhere up here so it doesn't touch this and short anything out. That would be obviously bad, and yeah, then we still have one last row, so today I have to do 2 of these connections. And then the battery is like complete, but not really, because we still gotta connect it to the other battery, make the terminal connections and all of that, like the balancing leads as well. So yeah, that is the idea, and now I'm gonna start soldering because the day is already running out. So yeah, see you in the time lapse. Well, that didn't last long. As you can see, it is pretty much raining right now, and actually really strong. So the weather is good and it rains, but it kind of ruins our work. But such is the weather, it always has to interrupt things. Actually quite beautiful. Well, gotta wait that the storm dissipates. Oh boy, there it is. Mostly everything is complete. The only thing missing is like connecting all the positive bus cables together. You can see the negative ones connected here all over the place. Here's the connection plate. There's all the negative wires on it. This is gonna go to the BMS. Then we're still gonna need to connect the balancing wires, but that's not that difficult. Here are all the positive wires connected on this, all going over there. And yeah, the table is quite a mess, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is gonna go in there, and then we're gonna have much more electricity. I see you when everything is connected. All right, and there is the setup. There is an awful lot of wiring going on, mostly because of the balance leads. Under this like paper is the EMS and like the crazy bus bar connection which we did. You can see how that works here. Directly goes to the negative pole. The positive is under that, so I'm not gonna lift that right now. Here are all the reconnected balance cables going to the side and over the top to the back side. Yeah, you can see the size difference of the two packs. The one in front is definitely a bit smaller. This is the charge controller, currently doing 1.6 amps. It's quite cloudy. Here's the second one. This one is just a regular PWM charger. Yeah, there's the inverter or switch box, my patented solar panel diode to like balance the solar panels so they don't induce voltage back to each other. It's because we have two in parallel, so that's kind of a good thing. And yeah, here it is. Probably one of the craziest solar setups, I would say, but I mean there's still room to expand if I ever get even more batteries. Also tractor is driving by. Anyways, so that's going to be it for the solar battery version 2.0, and I will see you next time. Woo! Later.